David Wygant, 10 Minutes of Daily Reality Check coming at you right now. It's a Monday morning, and this is the Monday Morning Quarterback. That's right, I became Peter King of Sports Illustrated. Look it up if you don't know what it is. There's some advice going around the internet. See, I've said it for so many years. Obi knows about this. There's so many so-called ninja warrior dating experts that give advice that is just unfucking believable. So a friend of mine just told me, Michael just told me about this advice that he read on the internet one time. And I looked at him, I said, I'm your friend, man. How the fuck could you get advice from somebody else? And he looks, he goes, well, you're right. Have you ever read this guy? And I go, tell me about him. And the guy literally gives advice. Obi, you're going to love this one. Okay, you ready? You're sitting down. Okay. He says, so you're intimate with a girl, you're hanging out with her a little bit, right? You've had some sex, and then you're going to go visit your buddy in Sacramento for the weekend, right? So you send her a little text before you leave and said, see ya, whatever, right? Have a good weekend. And then you don't text her back at all, right? For 3 or 4 days, you allow her to just think like, where is this mystery man? What is he doing? This is the advice, right? And quote unquote, he states, cause a little anxiety in her. So that way she'll,
Hold on, create anxiety? Why?
Okay. To create anxiety, Michael, what is this to create anxiety for? What is the exact words? I don't want to misquote this fucking moron, okay? I mean this dating expert guy that says create anxiety.
Basically, the women want to be unsure about what you're doing and how you feel about them.
Okay, so here it is, okay? So this is where it makes no sense. So here it is. You got a woman asleep with you. You're communicating. The basis of any relationship is to build a communication foundation, building blocks of a foundation, blocks and more blocks, one block on top of another. So she starts feeling safe and secure, and she starts feeling safe and secure. And then, once again, state again how after you slept with her and you vanished for 4 days, after building up this trust and talking to her and making her feel safe, because that's the number one thing women are looking for is safety, once again, tell the listening audience what this advice was.
To feel unsure about how you feel about them.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want. So what happens is day number 1, Obi, they sit down at Cafe Gratitude and they have brunch with their friends and they get into a speculation brunch. Have you heard from Michael? What do they then say?
She says, no, I haven't heard from him in 3 to 4 days.
You haven't heard from him in 3 to 4 days? What? And you slept with him too? Are you kidding me? What the fuck are you doing, Obienda?
I thought he was a good guy, but I guess he's just like all the rest of them.
He's so much. Obienda, haven't you learned from when you dated Alan? He did the same exact thing. He must have been listening to this phantom dating advisor as well, too. You're not sleeping with him ever again.
Uh-oh, triggers.
Triggers all over the place. Trigger, 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 trigger. And then all of a sudden, she starts looking at her phone. And one of her friends goes, Obienda, are you staring at your phone again?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for this asshole to text back. I don't think it's going to happen. Fuck Michael.
So, Michael, who's enjoying a weekend with his friends in Sacramento, hanging out, doing a dude bonding type of time. Michael is enjoying himself so much. But what happens? Michael's not texting her. Michael's talking to his friends and going, yeah, I met a really cool girl right now. I'm just creating some space right now. You see, we were intimate last week and I was starting to like her, but now I'm just pushing her away a little bit because I don't want to look like I'm too anxious right now, and I'm pulling the anxiety 101 move. And the guy goes, yeah, man, I read that too. That's like phantom dating guy, right? Oh yeah, he's cool, right? Have you seen pictures of this guy? He doesn't look like he would get laid if I Dream a Genie was in a plastic bag alongside him, right? So then Michael comes back into town and Obienda gets the text from Michael. And what does she say to her friends?
Look at this guy crawling back. What should I say to him, ladies? Because she has to ask her friends what she's going to say. Right? Because what do you think they're going to say?
Oh, well, I'll be the friends, right? Because women don't do anything alone. They have the speculation crew, right? And they got the offensive tackle, the defensive lineman, Linda. They got the quarterback, who is Amy at the time, and she's hanging Michael by the fucking nuts at this time. And they're going, oh, Michael finally got back to you. Don't get back to him. Don't text him. And then she says, but wait a second. He hates when I don't text him back. He can't stand that. Well, yeah, create a little anxiety in him. And that's where the game starts, and that's how you lose any single woman. Women want to feel safe, and women want to feel secure. Women don't want to feel anxiety. They're already fucking anxious. Do you know what a period feels like? No, neither do I, right? Do we know what cycles of the moon and the cycles of the body feels like? They need to feel safe and secure, so you basically took the beautiful work that you did, getting her to open up and blossom in front of you, and then you went and you were cool and you came back and you thought you had your girl waiting for you. And in reality, you had to get back on and do what? Get back on Tinder.
Yeah, then she waits like 5 days and then she might text you back. And then she's going to be all like weird about it. She's going to be cold and distant. And then you got to like work your way back into it. It's not good. It's not good.
No. And then you got to work your way back into it. And that takes time and effort. And then, of course, the guy will read and go ask his friend or go back on to the phantom dating advice that he listened to by this mystery dating expert. And all of a sudden they'll go and the dating expert will go, well, fuck her, man. She didn't deserve you anyway. But she did. You see, when you get a woman to start to feel safe and secure in the presence of who you are as a man, you don't want to make her feel any anxiety at all. There's no reason to make her feel anxiety. She's looking to find a way to connect to you. She connected to you. You had her. That's exactly what you want. We don't need to appear busy. That's games. We don't need to appear that we're in control. Because if you really want to fall in love, nobody's in control. Love is not a game of control. Love is a game of exchange of words and feelings and actions and emotion. A true man steps into a vulnerability and says to himself, I'm okay with being vulnerable. I don't need to make somebody else feel unvulnerable. So if you're going to read dating advice that makes a woman feel insecure, then you're going to be dating an insecure woman. The type of woman that when you lay down next to her in bed and the lights are out and you pass out, she has your razor blade in one hand and it's on your neck. The type of woman that you do this to, the type of woman that comes crawling back to you is the type of woman that stalks you outside. The type of woman when you break up, she literally posts all over your Facebook wall, what an asshole you are. Oh yeah, that's the type of woman you want to bring home to your crazy Aunt May. Not the type of woman that you want to have a relationship with. And the problem is a lot of this dating advice that's been going around the internet is written by low self-esteem people that have not really understand the opposite sex. People who have low self-esteem. So what they've done is they've dated low self-esteem women. So this type of shit works on low self-esteem human beings. That's why that whole PUA rage that went on for all those years, it was basically PUA guys preying on low self-esteem women. If you're a high quality person, you don't have to be high quality, you are high quality. A lot of guys will be like, well, I want to be a high value man. A high value man doesn't say, I want to be a high value man. A high value man is a high value man through his actions and his words. And a high value man treats a woman really great from the start. You're not worried about her pulling back. You're not worried about anything. You're not thinking about her moves and actions because a man leads and a woman receives. The reason why a woman has a hole is because she receives. Unless you like it up the poop chute, that's a whole different thing, right? But a woman receives. A man is on top, a woman receives a man, and a man enters. It's biology. A woman is biology to receive your manhood actions. Not for a man to go and pull these stunts in these games, because these games are little high school, little girl games, and they'll push a woman away every single time. Never cause somebody anxiety, because imagine you were the one at the other end of the anxiety. Think about it as a man. If a woman doesn't text you back and you really, really like her, right? And you think to yourself, how come she hasn't texted me back? Then you overanalyze and you look and nobody texts you back. Then your phone vibrates and it turns out to be a junk text. And then your phone vibrates early and it's your buddy saying, did she text you back? Anxiety. Anxiety is not the basis of a relationship. A relationship is about security. Anxiety is not a relationship. Security is a relationship. Anyway, that's today's reality check on this Monday in January. Martin Luther King Day. Everybody give him a shout out. It seems like he was born some other day, but now all of a sudden it's the second Monday in January, I think. It seems to be a Monday. Why are Mondays President Days and Martin Luther King Days? How come it's not a Thursday or a Friday? Well, we can figure that out another day. Veterans Day is a Friday, right? President's Day is always on a Monday. Valentine's Day always falls on Valentine's Day. Christmas is always on Christmas. And Memorial Day is always a Memorial Day Monday. And it changes all the time. It's the last weekend in May, unless it falls on the 31st and they make it on the 20th. I don't know. This whole thing's crazy anyway. Did that cause you anxiety? Because that might have caused me anxiety. Holiday fucking anxiety. Martin Luther King, talk to us from above and help us out, please. I'll see you on tomorrow's reality check.